Hey ladies, Megan McKinnon here with, I have a couple of girls that were with me a couple of weeks ago in Vegas from our team, Jen Zucker, Katie Falsetto, and Nicole Lyons. Hoping a couple other girls are going to hop on here too to share. This is take two. We did try to do this earlier today and it didn't record. Whoops! So we're all learning. As we know, this whole journey and process is learning. So I'm going to have Nicole start off because Nicole is traveling cross country and in a restaurant waiting to eat dinner, just showing everybody here how you can run your business from anywhere you want. So Nicole, why don't you share with us your top takeaways
Thank
from
you.
the
I I have probably 5 or 6 things that were my top takeaways from Vegas. And the first one that I took away was if you feel crazed, your actions are going to show you feel crazed. So being stressed all the time and, bottling your emotions and things like that make you feel stressed. And then your emotions are going to show, or your actions, I'm sorry, are going to show your emotions. So one of the leaders had said that you want to put your emotions in a box and kind of put them to the side. So basically, if it's something that you don't need to handle right now, or it's something that can wait, just kind of put those in an imaginary box and set them to the side, put them somewhere else. Or I think she actually said, let God handle those. And that really hit home to me because, I have 3 kids, and I'm sure many of you have kids, and other like day jobs, night jobs, whatever it is, school, there's so many things in life and so many things in a woman's life in particular that sometimes we get caught up in the everyday struggles and we kind of lose sight of where we're going. So if you can learn how to compartmentalize your emotions, you can kind of give yourself a more organized life so that you don't feel crazed or feel stressed. And one of the ladies actually talked about having a day timer, and I thought that was cute because I'd never heard that before. I keep a planner, but eventually I guess they're the same thing. So Megan's going to show you her cute planner. And keeping a planner is ginormous. And Eric Worre actually said, if he was going to meet with you one-on-one, that's the first question that he would ask you. I want to see your calendar. And he said, if your calendar is empty, our conversation is pretty much over. Like your calendar should be completely stuck full of who did you talk to, who do you need to follow up with, all the things, your meetings, where you're going, what you're doing next. So I found that really important, and I'm kind of a slacker on the planner side or day timer side. So that's something that I definitely picked up that I wanted to focus on and do more of. And another one was a story about a bamboo tree. And I'm going to try to make it short and simple, but basically, apparently, and I really did research this because it totally interested me after I heard the story. Apparently, a bamboo tree, the first year you have a bamboo tree, it does not matter how much you feed it, how much you water it, how much you love that bamboo tree, it's going to grow about an inch. And then the second year, you're going to love that bamboo tree. You're going to invite friends over. They're going to love that bamboo tree. You guys are all going to be loving on that. Guess what? It's still going to grow an inch. Third year, an inch. Fourth year, an inch. Fifth year, all of a sudden, that bamboo tree is going to shoot up to like 60 to 100 feet. And so for me, that was like, whoa, a person buys a bamboo tree not knowing anything about it, and they're just watching it and hoping and, nurturing it and doing everything that they can. And then all of a sudden, this thing shoots up to 100 feet. Would that not be awesome? So I think that is a good thing to, look at your career or your choice with Younique and your team, and you never know when that 5th year is coming. You never know, when that moment right around the corner when your team is going to shoot up to that 100 feet. So I took that definitely to heart. Another thing is not worrying about the things that you don't know. We're all not professionals in every single aspect of this company. You may know the ingredients, you may not know, the instructions. You may know more about the product themselves, or you may know more about sponsoring or more about certain aspects. And I think that a lot of us get hung up on, well, I'm not really good at sponsoring. So then we kind of shy away from that. And it's not so much about what you don't know, you just focus on what you do know and use what you do know and talk about what you do know. And I thought that was kind of important too. And then let's see what my 5th thing was if you continue to do the things that you're doing every single day now, you're going to continue to be where you are right now. So I think adding something more to your planner, to your calendar, add something of value, something that's going to be income producing, something that's going to, I don't want to say change your life, but kind of something that's going to be positive and be an influence and help you grow your business, grow your community, grow your networking. This was obviously all about network marketing. So that was kind of really home for me, because I kind of have recently felt stuck, if you will. And so, I'm sitting here and I'm thinking, God, that's me. And so then they said, if you feel stuck, pretty much you are stuck. And the only person that can change that is going to be you. And you have to do something about it. So get your day timer out and write some things in there and learn what you're doing and get organized and have at it.
And I don't know if you can say it right now, Nicole, but on our first go around at this, you talked about your favorite magic word with your team and your name that you call each other. That you're bad.
Oh yeah. I forgot about that. One of the speakers got on the stage and she said, I am super bad all day long. And actually, Jen, I'm glad you brought that up, because after that, like, I brought that home to my team, and my team has used that, and we kind of use it like I'll get random text messages from girls on my team that say I am super bad all day long, or and so earlier we recorded this exact spiel here, and we didn't actually record it. We thought we recorded it, but we didn't. So here we are again. But when we recorded it earlier, it got me thinking. And so we were traveling, and I had all of my kids, well, minus Keaton because he's only one, but I had all my kids and my husband. I recorded them saying I am super bad all day long, and then I put it like in a clip together and posted it in my team page. And one of my girls works for AT&T, and she went around to all of her employees, and they all said I am super bad all day long. So I think it's important to find yourself a mantra and find something that you like, something that makes you smile, something that you can, get up in the morning and say, I am super bad today. I am super bad, and I'm going to be super bad all day long. I'm glad you brought that up, Jen.
Well, I loved it the first time, so I was like, say that again.
Yeah, that was awesome.
Cool.
Thanks, Nicole, so much. Well, if you want, you can totally jump off so you can go eat your dinner.
Thanks.
Spend some time with your family. We appreciate you getting on here and sharing with us. Katie, you want to go?
Sure, I'll go. Okay, so my first biggest takeaway was after I came back and everybody's asking me, oh, did you have fun? What did you learn? That stuff. The biggest thing that I've told everybody is, well, anybody that goes to that convention is going to believe that everyone should be in network marketing, that there is no other career, no other business to be in, just network marketing. That it has, they gave us all the statistics of, how many people are in network marketing and how many women are in network marketing making 6 and 7 figures, and just how it fits and flows so nicely with life. And, I come from a background of being, fairly educated. I have a master's in education, and I want to be home with my kids. And I always kind of thought I'd go back to teaching, but seriously, after this weekend and after what, we've learned, and just the possibilities that are so endless with this business, I don't want to. I want to do this. This is what I want as my career, is doing this business and working this. And that weekend just kind of solidified that it's an okay decision. It's okay to make this as your career. You don't have to be scared of being a network marketer, and it's just, it's okay. And that's what I came back, taking away from it, was just that this is reputable, and this is a good thing to do. And I'm going to be a makeup millionaire. So that was the biggest part. So second is to keep your hunger with your business. So to stay hungry. And I forgot to say earlier today, but I think Amanda did, is they gave an analogy of, you're super, super hungry and you're so excited to go eat this big giant meal, but someone tempts you with your with potato chips. So you have a couple potato chips and you fill up just a little bit, just enough that you're not that hungry anymore. So they use that analogy for our business. And so you kind of forget about that big, huge meal that you want because you filled up on the little things along the way. So with your business, you start out and you are hungry, you're excited, and you don't want to ever lose that hunger, but little things come up, or, you know, you get a small promotion, or like this little hiccup happens, and there's all these little things that are kind of filling you up, and you forget about that hunger in your business. So it's just really important to constantly remind yourself of, you know, your why and why you're doing this business, but remind yourself of how you felt when you started, and remind yourself of how you felt when you were, you know, shooting for your first goal. And, you know, if you have your next goal, remind yourself how that feels, and just really staying hungry and staying, you know, that you want this, and always reminding yourself of that. My third thing was, this one was huge for me, was make your kids your why and not your excuses, because I use my kids as an excuse. They're in tons of different activities. We have so many different things that, you know, we have going on all week long, and I, you know, can blame all my time going to my kids, because it does. However, that's not really fair to them, and it's not fair to my business, because the reason I started this business is because I wanted to put my kids into these extracurricular activities. So they have been my why with this business. They give me the freedom to give them what they want to do, and so I shouldn't steal away from my business what I started out to do, and to take care of my kids at the same time as running my business. So not constantly being like, oh, I can't do that because I'm at this activity. No, figure out a different way to do it. Figure out another point in my day where I can, you know, figure out how to do it or when to do it. Wake up earlier, you know, while I'm at soccer practice, be on my phone, something like that, you know, just to make sure that I'm getting what I need done and not constantly blaming it on my kids and the demands that they have. And the third or fourth final thing is I am statements. And I've always heard of I am statements, and you know, kind of the affirmations and putting them out into the world and all of that, but I've never really used them, and I've never really tried it out. And this weekend, so many of these women got up and said they start their day by saying thank you. You know, a couple of them were like, I say thank you 15 times, or I walk the whole way to the bathroom saying thank you, thank you, thank you. Look in the mirror and say, I am super bad all day long. I am powerful. I am running a successful business. Just putting those out into the world. And if you don't believe them, say them anyways, because the more that you say them, the more they'll come into affirmation. Is that the word? I don't even know. The more they'll come to you, and you'll believe them, and they'll happen. You just have to just put them out there and say them every day. Write them on your mirror. Write them wherever, you know, you are going to see them, and just say them every single day. So I've known about those, but it didn't really click until I was sitting listening to all these successful women saying that that they do that. So that's it. That's all my takeaways.
Love it. Thank you. All right, Jen, you want to go? Or you
All
wanna
right. No, I could go.
go?
So, I'll go.
Go,
So,
super bad.
I'm super bad, and I'm powerful. I'm a powerful woman. I'm a powerful leader. Powerful. So you gotta say it with whiplash. That's what they said. I'm powerful. So, and I love that. So, you know what? One of the main things that I got from this weekend was I have so many new mentors. I mean, I'm in love with so many of these women, and I'm like following them on Facebook, and they're doing Facebook Lives, and I'm like getting goodies from them every single day. And I think that was definitely one of the main things that I got it while we were there this weekend, is that we have to immerse our life. We have to immerse ourselves into this positive cocoon, almost like it's playing in my car. It should be on my TV. It should be like, that's my background noise to my life, with these powerful, amazing men and women that are successful in network marketing, that are successful business people, that all that positivity, it's not time for TV. It's not necessarily time for other stuff. If I want to be a 6 and 7 figure earner in this business, I need to immerse myself in the university of personal growth and of business and of sales and learning and all those things that go into it. So I have definitely surrounded myself, or began to do that since I got home. The other biggest thing is I also got the whole thing about the planner, because I had one before and I didn't, and I love how Nicole brought it up. It's like, you have to write down who you spoke to, who you're leading to, so that you know exactly who you're talking to. The other thing is that there is a thing called a financial journal, okay? Or it's like, what you do is you take a notebook and you open it up, and every day you have to spend well, the first day you spend $10,000 and you have to write down, this is what I'm going to spend my $10,000 on. And the very next day you double it. So you're at $20,000. So then you write down everything that you would spend $20,000 on. The next day you go to 40,000 and you write it down. And what this gal said is that eventually when she hit that $1 million mark, it's like, that's how much she was spending on her calendar or in her financial journal. So I am a big believer, and they solidified it this weekend when they talked about money, is why would the universe give me more money if I can't handle the money that I already have? So I need to really hone in on those money skills so that I know where the money is going and become more proficient in that, so that the universe will give me more money. And why do I want it to give me more money? Because I want to do bigger things. And that leads me on to the next thing, is that I have big dreams, not just for myself, but other things. I mean, I can't wait until my Younique Foundation donation is $5,000 a month just from my check. I mean, that makes me really excited. So there's other things. What other kind of organizations do I want to give to? There was this one gal that she's like, yeah, I dropped 25 grand for the Heart Association. She goes, I'm standing there with all these people and here I am, you know what I mean? And this is what I gave them. And that's important. So all of those different things are very exciting. So hold on. Okay. All right. So then the next thing is that, let me see here. Okay. My journal. Oh, I get so wrapped up into doing the business of the business, and I sometimes get very task oriented, even though I like to play a lot. And it's not fun, I'm not doing it. But sometimes I get so task oriented that I forget the fun of it and how to make fun and how, make fun of the whole situation and how to have a good time. So a lot of times, so now it's like, okay, I need to bring the fun back into it, because that's why people join with me, because they want to go in and they want to have a good time. And if I'm not having a good time and I make it all work, then they're not going to want to play. And that doesn't, it's like all work and no play makes Jen a dull girl. So that doesn't work for me. So I have to remember to keep it light and keep it fun for me. Also, the other really good thing is, I was not put on this planet, and this is what I got from this weekend. I was not put on this planet to live an average life. I was not put on this planet to live a mediocre life. I was put on this planet to live in an extraordinary life, a life filled with fabulous things and living my dreams and doing amazing things and creating this child, this daughter of mine, to have an extraordinary life, to have her be a leader. And she's being a leader just by naturally living with us and seeing how I work and seeing the things that I do, and then I set goals and do, and my husband, and he sets goals, and we all set goals, and we're going to live an extraordinary life. And I have to say that that conference, I actually came home with more than I expected. We came home on Saturday, and I sat down with my husband and I told him about the extraordinary life and how I was not going to live an average life. And he shared some stuff with me, and we made a decision that's life-changing. And I can't share it right now, but I will. But I'm so excited about it that it's like, oh my God, it's scary, but it's so amazing. So, and I'll share it as soon as I can, I promise. So, but we are put on this earth to live an extraordinary life. Everybody is. And that was so solidified to me this weekend. And these amazing women that were there, they were all talked about how this is bigger than what we think it is. It's our children are living bigger lives, and they're going to be the leaders of tomorrow. And that is so exciting. That it's just amazing. And they announced the next one, and it's the weekend of March 4th. It's like that Thursday, Friday. And the reason why I know it's March 4th of 2017 is because that's my daughter's birthday. And I immediately said, oh, that's my daughter's birthday. But I'm never going to miss one of these. So I immediately came up with the solution of, oh, well, then I guess my whole family's coming to Vegas that weekend, and then we'll just celebrate when the conference is over, and then we'll go out on Sunday. So, I mean, it's all about solutions. It's not about making our kids our excuses. It's about making them our why. So it's like Katie said, and it's about that, and it's about feeding, and I will never miss one. because it was honestly the best conference that I've ever been to in this capacity. Everybody goes, like if you're a teacher, you go to teaching conferences where you learn more. If you're a realtor, you go to realtor conferences where you learn more. Construction, dentistry, doesn't matter which industry you're in, there's conferences for everything. This is one that you need to go to, and I will never miss one.
Love it. Yeah, you're so right. I love everything that you guys all shared. I'm just going to share a few of mine. Some of them are crossover, but I think, sorry. Gosh, I don't even know which one's the biggest one. So I'm just going to start with one and go from there, right? So huge. Stop negative self-talk. Stop saying, I'm not good at taking pictures. I'm not good at making videos. I'm not good at sponsoring. I'm not good at booking parties or bashes or whatever. While we were there, they had us write stop on our hand. So, maybe you need to do that. And every time you start to have a negative thought, you can stick your hand in front of your face and say, stop. Okay, stop. Right. So, that was huge for me because I do it all the time to myself as well as most women do. Another thing is taking the emotion out of it, meaning taking the emotion out of your business when you call somebody up and try to book a party and they say no. And then you're all, oh, can't believe she said no. Oh, and then you're all worried, like, what is she saying about me? Is she talking about me? No, she's not talking about you. She said no. She just move on. Like, she said no, and that's okay, and that happens, and lots of no's are what's going to happen, and then you'll get those yeses, and that'll make all the difference in the world. But just taking the emotion out of it. And also, when you're recruiting, if you're talking to somebody and you have to like beat down the door to get them to talk to you, and you have to continue to like go months and months on end of you continuously trying to convince them that they need to join you, it's the wrong way to do it. Because if you have to put that much effort into sharing this amazing opportunity with somebody, then the chances are it's not the right time for them, or they might join and then they won't do anything. And then you'll be disappointed that you spent all of that time and effort. Now, I'm not saying don't continue to use attraction marketing to have people watch you, because sometimes it takes a long time. But I find that a lot of times what I hear or what I was doing was I would be talking to the same people over and over and over again. And then they just wouldn't join. And then I'd be like, I don't know why they won't join. They'd be so good at this. Okay, well, maybe in 2 years I'll join. I don't know. But I'm taking the emotion out of all those aspects of my business because they were hindering me in some of the things that I was doing. So try to use your mind in that way, that it's not personal. It's really not. Like one of the speakers said, like, you ask someone to have a party for you and they say no, or you ask somebody to join you and they say no, they're not talking about you behind your back, because guess what? They don't really care. They don't. And that was like a huge, like, whoa, because it's true. Like, that is so true. So that was another one. And then another one that is huge, especially for people who do some of that self-negative talking, is stop trying to be better at something. Just do it. Just do it, and you'll get better at doing it. And I learned that a while ago with videos. I didn't want to make videos, and I did my first one, and then I did my second, and I did my third. And you just get better and better every time you do them. And you don't have to be perfect, because no one is perfect. And, it just needs to be you, and it needs to be real, whatever it is that you're doing. But stop trying to be better at it before you actually accomplish it. Just go ahead and do it, because that's what this is all about. And then the last thing, I know Katie said, having a big why, you not using your kids as an excuse, making your kids your why. That's always been mine. initially it started out as putting food on the table for my kids. Now it's about building a future, like Katie said, realizing that network marketing is a career choice and it's a good one. So realizing that and recognizing that and owning that and knowing that when you talk to people, don't be embarrassed by what you do. I mean, yeah, there's lots of bad stigmas about direct sales or network marketing. There always have been. But guess what? Those are the people that don't believe in themselves. And you need to believe in you because you're here and this is your future. And it could be way bigger than anything you've ever dreamed of, because I can tell you firsthand, this is way bigger than anything I ever thought was possible or dreamed could be possible. And after that weekend in Vegas, as Jen said, like, I will never miss another one. I mean, I was like, buy my ticket right now while we were there, the minute they announced them. I didn't ask my husband if it was spring break, if it was okay. I was like, I'm going. Like, this is not something I ever, ever, ever want to miss, unless there's a circumstance that I can't, be there for. But no, it's amazing. And then my last thing is this, and this is, this was a pretty big, sorry, I'm going to move something here so I can take something up, but, I know that personal development is important and I definitely do it, but I didn't realize how important it was until I was there. So I'm going to show you. I made a list of all of the books that I don't already own that I want to read. And some of these I have read, but this is funny because these are sitting on they used to be in my bedroom. Now they're in my living room because I don't live in my bedroom. I live in my living room. Okay. All these books. I'm going to read all of these books in the next 6 weeks. All of them. And I highly suggest, if you need book suggestions, ask your sponsor, ask your elite upline, ask me, ask Jen, ask Katie, ask anybody, whoever it is. Like, you need to read books on, some of these are building leaders. Some of them are on personal, you're a badass. Love that book. Daring Greatly, like How to Be a Recruiting Superstar. These books are going to help me in my
I wonder if she's frozen or if it's me. So we'll see. Okay.